Welcome everyone to the Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Connor. What's up, Connor?
Hello.
All right, so I have to say that I absolutely did love this episode, 100%. I don't know why.
You
I
loved
did.
it.
I loved it. I did.
What?
You thought I was gonna hate it?
Wow. You should hate it.
Really? I loved it. I thought it was 10 out of 10, honestly.
What?
Yeah. I fucking thought it was excellent, man.
It's everything wrong with Doctor Who.
Really?
You know what?
I loved it.
I have a problem with Doctor Who showrunners in the fact that they come into the show, do all these shiny new things. I mean, RTD is not new. This is his second time round. But
right.
Even he's turned out into a bit of a hack.
But didn't he do that when the Master took over the world for a year? Didn't he turn it back and reverse time and put everything back the way it was? I mean, you're not going to really have Kate Stewart die, are you? Like, come on.
No. It was
come on. The whole entire universe was dead.
Well, hang on. Let me finish. It was a bit better than just flicking a switch and turning back time, but it was terrible. Like every reveal that happened in that episode was just.
Well, her mother was. I gotta say, her mother was a disappointment that she wasn't.
The mother was the mother went all a bit EastEnders. It was a bit fucking stupid, to be fair.
Yeah. Well,
I hated it. I thought that there were scenes in there that was great. I thought all the stuff in the memory TARDIS was fantastic.
Right.
A giant wave.
Does that explain that there was paradoxes everywhere when the doctors exist because Sutek destroyed everything, or that's why the doctors appeared, or no?
I don't know. I don't even think RTD knows. I just think he just wrote what came into his head. And I gotta be honest, like the whole thing about 73 yards trying to make it relevant, and then it just turned out that it was only relevant because mandatory DNA testing was made legal. It's just the worst. Honestly, it was a horrible episode.
Well, that's right. Gallifrey's back too, maybe. It just undid the flux in 5 seconds.
They should have left Kate dead. They should have left.
What?
Yeah. You need
it. Well, I mean.
What was Sutek? Sutek didn't even need to be in the episode.
Well, I mean, I kind of wanted to see him in his old garb.
Right. So the Fourth Doctor, we were led to believe, absolutely fucking feared this god. He really did. He feared him, and he got fucking manhandled by a piece of rope. He got fucking.
Exactly.
It was horrible.
You know, if this ended 17 minutes in, it would have been a perfect conclusion to all of Doctor Who.
No, I genuinely think this episode could be 20 minutes, and it would.
The Doctor screaming into a void.
I mean, like the thing is, he destroyed everything. You can't keep it that way, right?
Well,
you can't though. Like, look, here's the thing. He subconsciously fixed the flux. If ever there was an issue, he undid whatever Chibnall did and restored everything.
I don't care about that. They've been teasing all this stuff all season just to come into this episode and fluff the lines like completely.
The only thing of importance was Miss Flood. That's it. Nobody else. She's the only mystery that mattered, really.
No, the whole thing with Ruby's mum mattered.
No, but it's done. But I'm saying that she turned out to be a regular person, but Miss Flood is not a regular person.
No, Miss Flood is the only thing that's kind of going now. But the whole thing with Sutek just kind of fell on its fucking face.
I mean, he's dead now completely. He's dead.
Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah, but hang on, I don't get it. Tom Baker defeated Sutek by the use of time, and yet here again, he's been defeated by the use of time again. I don't get it.
And
because even though he's a god, he's not more powerful than time. That's the whole point.
Well, apparently he was. He escaped it the last time. He escaped time somehow.
It kind of, he traveled on the TARDIS, which the TARDIS, I guess, was for longer than Wild Blue Yonder, because it was longer than that. He said years, right?
He was on the TARDIS. Yeah, go on, Connor.
Legend of Ruby Sunday was a perfect setup. It really was.
Well, so wait, was he traveling in the time vortex the whole time, and then he jumped on the TARDIS?
Since Pyramid of Mars, that's what we're led to believe.
Right. So, but then now that he threw him back in the time vortex, and life was created from death, now he just killed himself, didn't he?
I don't fucking know, because apparently
I don't understand what happened there. I don't get it.
Death equals life, which I don't.
He's dead though. Now to bring everybody, because he's the god of death, because he brought everybody back to life. He's dead.
I mean, fuck me, get Richard Dawkins in on this, because I bet he can't fucking explain it.
Richard Dawkins, Lala Wall's husband. Yeah, go on then.
But that's, in other words, the 7-3 yards now has massive significance because of that fucking guy.
Do you know what? This is just a case of RTD thinking he's better than he is. He's reached his limit.
And he's not.
Wow.
Yeah, he has.
He's absolutely.
Okay, but here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, and I understand where you're coming from, right? But did we really think that Kate Stewart was going to stay dead, and all of Unit stay dead, and the whole human race stay dead, and Scarro and everybody?
If it turned out by the end of the episode that was the state of affairs going forward, maybe it would be reversed in 3 seasons' time. I would have been happy with that, because at least the stakes are there. It just got taken away.
You want to know why you can't do that? Because do you remember? I don't know if you remember going to the cinemas to see Infinity War, like Infinity, right?
Yeah.
Right? And then the heroes lost, and all those kids lost their shit for a whole fucking year because their heroes failed. Do you realize how traumatic that was for a child? You imagine these new kids watching this; they would have to wait 3 years for this shit to be resolved. They can't wait 3 years.
So that's drama.
No, they're kids. There's a whole new generation of Whovians out there now.
The problem with this whole thing is, what I'm saying is, the problem with this whole thing is the whole reset button crap. That's what it is. It's a reset button.
You knew they were going to do that. You said it already.
I don't even think it's that. It's the fact that he's gone to all this effort to make 8 episodes. Go on, Bill.
Yeah, keep in mind, this is Russell T Davies. So note what planet he didn't say, look, they're back, and it's Gallifrey, because Davies bent over backward to take what Chibnall did even further by saying that wave left Gallifrey and killed every Gallifreyan across time and space.
Well, he just repaired that wave. He just undid that. He just undid that. You don't think so?
No, because if he was going to bring back the Gallifreyans, he would have said, look, and my world's alive now too. And think about this. When Chibnall did it, Chibnall at least contained it to Gallifrey. He didn't have the wave spread everywhere else. That was Russell T Davies adding.
But I still don't believe that it was Gallifrey, our Gallifrey, because they were in the bubble. They were outside of time. They weren't even in time. So like when they did that with Chibnall didn't watch the episode that Gallifrey escaped that bubble and they were outside of time. So
no,
like that could.
No, when Chibnall did that whole thing with the Master, that was right there on Gallifrey. There's no bubble about that. He had it wipe off everything on Gallifrey down to the microbial level, and then Russell T Davies came in later on in this series and said that death wave even went on beyond Gallifrey through all of time and space, because he wanted to make sure there's no bringing in Time Lords again.
Go ahead, nerd.
What's going on?
What's up, bro?
Sorry, I'm set for a walk. I think this is a lot of discussion for something that ended up being so silly. It was ridiculous. Like,
yes, I agree.
If you look at the RTD formula, every season is the protagonist is the companion. You know, it's essentially their story, start to finish. Series 3 was Martha's story. Series 4, Donna's story. This series was clearly just Ruby's story, one continuous narrative, and this was the climax. But so emotionally, it worked well as an ending to that story. Like the logistics of it all, the science behind it is absolutely atrocious.
Oh, it is.
Like, how could you pull someone on a cable? But because this is the problem, right? He stated that this was happening everywhere in time and space. So, like, everyone died on Earth in 2005 as well, which is so weird because you think, so, like, every second humans are getting wiped out, but if you were wiped out 3 seconds ago, how could you be wiped out 10 years?
Well, everything is paradox so bad that that's maybe why the doctors appeared in the Tales of the TARDIS, because everything just paradoxed.
I don't think he even thinks this stuff through. Like he pulls Sutek everywhere where everything died, which means he would have had to have pulled him through the whole universe before he went home. And what it took him, he went around the whole Earth within. By that logic, it would have taken him what? Because how long did it take him just to go through London?
I have no idea.
It's only 2 minutes of that, so it would have taken him a good 6 months to go around the whole world, let alone the whole entire universe. You'd be looking at a good few, 47 regenerations if that's what he was doing.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We'll keep in mind, in the Godzilla verse, if Tokyo falls, Earth is gone. This is the Hooniverse.
That's a good point.
If England falls, the world's gone.
Well, a unit, they're done.
Look, it's obviously, it's what RTD does best. He likes an emotional resolution to his stories. He doesn't exactly have a logical and satisfying resolution to his stories. It's just, how do we get the waterworks?
I mean, he turned it into a fantasy. He did.
Yeah, that's what it is.
He did, though. He admitted he was doing that, right? So
I don't even
think
think
Harry Potter ran around with a magic wand and he basically said, "Let's fix it."
Well, that is fantasy. That the way everything was repaired was just like,
Yeah, but the end was completely soap opera.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I was saying about it being Ruby's story. It was literally.
So no, but the thing is, Kate said that her father was a dick. So why would you?
Yeah, but then they sort of retconned it.
What?
Maybe they left that open for the next season.
They did, but that's the thing. Is like, why would you want to contact your dad if he's probably evil?
Well, if he was 15, he was probably. I don't know how a 15-year-old could be evil. He was probably just an abusive teenager, so maybe he grew out of it, or maybe he's worse. Who knows?
Right.
I have an interesting question. Now that the whole of Shooty's first season is done, do you think he's done enough as a doctor in his first season, or not?
I thought in this episode he was fantastic.
He was great. Absolutely,
he's a great actor. Don't get me. I think he is a great actor. He's on his game, but there's something about the Doctor that's I don't know. Like
no.
There's something.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I feel by defeating Sutek, now he's coming to himself. Now he's 100%. Now he's going to be a doctor 100%. Before I felt he was kind of like half doctor. I even made videos about it. Right, but now I feel 100% his confidence is back. He just fucking defeated Sutek and brought every fucking buddy back. He just saved the entire fucking universe from death. So he's back to normal.
It's a hollow.
And did you notice how he didn't
that easy?
Did you notice though he never admitted that Tom Baker's incarnation was him? He described him as some guy that rode around in the TARDIS.
I think he was.
Yeah, why is that? Why do that?
He didn't want to explain. He didn't want to explain the regeneration.
Well, no, it was also why did he refer to William Hartnell last week as whatever he did?
When I was that. I was a different person when I was.
Yeah, there's this weird disconnect now between this new era and the rest of Doctor.
Possibly that by generation, it literally is a new Doctor.
I don't know.
But he had his memories. He had his memories of all the other Doctors. So why can't he admit that he's left?
Guys, remember, Donna asked, so what do you people do? Cut off a limb and grow another one?
Worms.
Apparently she was onto something.
Yeah.
Wow, he probably remembered that.
I know what you're saying where you're like, that's the Doctor, it's the real Doctor. But as far as we know, there is nothing suggesting that 14 does turn into 15. And
I know, that's another mystery.
He referred to David Tennant as, how's your uncle, to Rose the other week, meaning that's not him, that's another person. Now, if that's the case, that David Tennant, he was Tom Baker, he was William Hartnell, this kind of is a different Doctor.
I mean, see, now you're detaching that. You're saying that he's not the real Doctor.
I think they are. I think it's like a copy and split. I don't think it's the same single person.
That's dangerous territory. That's dangerous territory.
They put the Doctor in a photocopier.
I don't know, man. You can't do that because the thing is,
technical, you need to go. If you want to really be technical, you need to go back to I'm forgetting the title. It was where Capaldi was trapped for 1 billion years or something like that.
That was in the original that was Doctor explained. He wasn't.
What was explained is his ass got killed. He was made copies, and they kept dying.
That was
original Doctor is dead and gone.
No, it isn't. That was in a confession dial by Time Lord Technology. It is the illusion that he was dying because they said they were waiting for him to admit he was a hybrid, so he was never in any real danger. Those were the words for the Sisterhood of Karn. So it was perception that he died over and over and over again, but it was a Time Lord game. It was a Time Lord game that they were waiting. He is the original Doctor. They made him for him to believe it was that way because they were trying to get information about who's the hybrid. So that is baloney. He is. The Sisterhood of Karn confirmed it. He was in never any real danger. Those were her words in that Gallifreyan Council. He was never in any real danger. They didn't realize.
He was just sort of trapped in sort of an internal dream.
It was sort of it's a thing where he believed he died and was copied. He wasn't copied. It was just Time Lord technology to get information. They said he was in never any real danger. It was revealed that way. So he's not a copy. Nope.
Does that also mean he's not really billions of years old now?
Well, he's not. That does reveal he's not billions of years old. He's 2,000 and something years old. Well, Capaldi was 2,000. She
was only 2,000 something, didn't she?
Yeah. No, he's not billions. He was two. Oh God, I knew the actual number too. He was 2017 or some shit, whatever it was.
Well, if the timeless child crap turns out to actually count, then keeping in mind that Time Lord civilization is millions of years old, he would still be millions, but not billions, because he is the.
No, but he's time traveling, so he's actually 2000 and he is 2000 and like 17 or some shit, or 2020. Because David Tennant had revealed his actual age. The 11th Doctor revealed his actual age, and then if you remember, he was 1109, and then he stayed on Trenzalore for like fucking hundreds of years. So that got it to like 2000 basically. And then Capaldi, there was a couple things about. I think I got it. I wrote it down somewhere. I knew the actual age of the Doctor. It was like something like 2007.
Well, the 11th, he was about 1107. Then he was on Trenzalore for 900.
1109. That's what I just said. I just said hundreds of years. Yeah. Right. So, but yeah, he's 2,000 something years old, over 2,000 years old.
Which is hilarious because when you put it into perspective, Matt Smith was the Doctor like 900 times.
The longest time, which we always yes, he was the Doctor the longest. Like we said that. You know, he's got the world record.
There's like Christopher Eccleston was only the Doctor for like 6 weeks or something.
Because Paul McGann technically was a lot longer than we thought. So
the Doctor was on Trenzalore way longer than the Time War was running.
He was on Trenzalore more than he was on Earth. He was on like 800 years, right?
Here's a question for you though. Did they specify why Ruby made it snow over and over again?
Nope.
No, they didn't. No.
I think it might have been something to do with like memories, because obviously memories played a huge part in creating the memory TARDIS, which led to the resolution of the episode.
That's what
Ruby created the memory TARDIS.
That's what I was going to ask. How did that come into play? The memory TARDIS. I didn't understand it.
Well, her memory
I'm disappointed that Ruby's mother's name isn't Karen.
So So now we got 3 TARDISes now. We have the memory TARDIS, David Tennant's TARDIS, and Shooty's TARDIS.
I think that the show's just jumped the shark. I think
Connor's right.
There's way too many stuff going on that he can't fix. He can't reverse it.
Well, you're right, it's Connor. So fucking fucked up. I mean, I love the episode, but thinking about the signs of it, everything's so fucked up that you can just say anything now.
It's just a fantasy. It's sort of like when you unlock all the cheat codes on Grand Theft Auto, and it's like nothing matters. It's like you can just blow up helicopters, and then you just go home.
I thought that she was Romana too when I saw the code. Absolutely, yeah.
It's just it's gone so far into fantasy that it sort of feels like it's a kid show for like 6-year-olds now, where it's like nothing.
But you don't think there's a whole new generation of Whovian kids out there? They're all excited. You don't think that this is going to be their favorite thing in the world?
That watches Doctor Who.
Right. I don't. One thing I don't understand. What was the point of the kind lady? What was the point of the kind lady? I didn't get that point at all.
That she gave him the spoon.
I gave him the spoon. Yeah, that's
what it was. It's let's waste 10 minutes and try to show people that it's Ruby's mum.
He needed the spoon to do the thing with the find out.
You know how they showed the
stuff? He got all sorts of British back in that memory card. He could have used anything in there rather than go to another plan.
He didn't have metal. He didn't have metal.
Oh, please.
I have a question. Did Mel steal a sonic screwdriver?
Did Mel steal a sonic screwdriver?
Yeah. Didn't you see her, like, did she shove that shit in her pocket?
Probably.
No, I don't know.
She stole a sonic screwdriver.
Why?
I lost focus.
I think she stole a sonic screwdriver.
I know that she robbed I know that she robbed 60's coat. That's as far as I saw her do.
No, but she took the sonic screwdriver.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's more baffled that fucking Mel stole the sonic screwdriver, that Sutek destroyed the whole universe. I'm like, what? Why did she do that? She did.
I can't believe RTD wrote that and thought that was an acceptable use of Sutek. I can't believe it.
I mean, he's dead now completely. Can never be brought back.
Well, yeah.
Can never be brought back, ever.
He's the only character ever that had fucking the Fourth Doctor almost shaking in his boots.
I know that.
And he got manhandled by a piece of rope. I can't
believe
now
he's got his confidence. Now he's got his confidence back. Now he's got. But this is what I think he needed, though, because he was always crying, always did. Now he just fucking destroyed the greatest fucking threat in existence. He just got a high right now, which means that he's going to fall really bad because Ms. Flood admitted that. So he's going to have an ego now.
And she said that his story ends in misery. So maybe they're getting ready to write the Doctor out permanently.
I think the final Shooty story is, and they better hurry up filming this, but it's the Daleks, it's Susan, and she dies.
If the Daleks
Susan. Well, wait a minute. As much as they killed off Sutek, what about the rest of the gods? You know, like the Toymaker and all that lot. You had nothing about them.
All around, Toymaker's protected in that prison. Maestro's back in her realm. Harbinger is back alive now because of that, and then they're all alive, all the gods, because they fight them next season.
It took more to beat Maestro than it did to beat Sutek.
And he didn't beat Maestro. But he didn't beat Maestro.
Well, exactly.
It took more for Sammy Carter to beat the chicken monster than it took to beat Sutek.
Oh, we're going to get flagged now. Mention his name.
Oh, what?
I lost the Real Whovians cast too because of that.
What, because of the chicken monster?
No, because I had his name in the title, and he asked YouTube to remove it, and they erased it on me. They took it from me.
Oh, no.
Yeah, in episode 2, and that's what made me lose the Guinness Book of World Records, because there was a break in the thing.
Quick, move on.
Yeah.
So, look, what we've learned here is that we might all have attention deficit disorders whilst watching this show, as we've noticed random things that no one else cares about, and that's a good thing.
Like Mel stealing a Sonic Screwdriver, right?
Yeah. When you said that, I'm like, what else is Joe looking at around?
You remember that? You're like, wait a minute. She grabbed and she's like, look. I'm like, oh, oh shit! I'm taking that shit.
I was waiting for you to say, did you guys notice that the clock in the back right corner flickered slightly at the minute 12:01?
But also the fact that you're pointing that out and not talking about the rest of the episode actually proves how shit this episode is.
Well, look, on first viewing, on first viewing, here's the thing. You know, I complained that I thought that the Doctor was half the Doctor weak, and now he got his confidence back. So now I'm look, regardless of how it happens, right? It's not like the nanogenes or nanites are everybody lives and brings in everybody back from the Doctor dances, like that whole thing. So, RT, and Moffat did that, but like, we got to move on now, though. I know.
Confident when he had his pants off and he made 2 TARDISes. He was looking pretty confident then.
But he's going to fall now because of that, because he's going to get overconfident.
You know how he really should have beaten Sutek? He should have gone and brought in the 7th Doctor.
You know what, though? Like, my thing is now, we didn't get no Helen Bonham Carter as the mother. We didn't get Susan. We didn't get Sean Pertwee's Doctor. So now I kind of feel, even though I love the episodes, I kind of feel robbed.
Yeah,
fake leak?
Well, there you go. Yeah, exactly. You should never believe what you read. Never believe what you read, man.
We always built them up to monumental. We always built this shit up.
Never believe RTD. Impress.
Yeah.
All he does is he talk.
Well, he said the Doctor was dead, and he's not, because she said my uncle is fine. He said he drowned in Venice. He didn't.
What was
I think in many ways, RTD is a great writer, but he's better at selling the show than he is at writing.
He's a good drama writer, Connor. He writes good character and sort of soap opera emotion. Yeah. And he's not good science fiction writer. He just sort of makes up big words.
The only thing I feel now is that now there is no consequences. Like, if any time and any place, anything, he could just undo anything he wants.
Yeah, but remember, we did pull the Earth back with a string in the Stolen Earth.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, come on.
Remember when everyone's head turned into the Master?
Yes. I like that. That was...
Like, this is some of the stupidest stuff. Remember when he was dancing
But this was in the cinema, so now how did that do, I wonder?
Oh, probably would have made $250,000. Wouldn't be too much.
I honestly think that again, everybody's saying that the show's going to be canceled. There's no fucking way. I don't think.
I think it's done.
There's no way.
I think it's a bit goosed, to be honest with you. I think it.
Listen. This is what I wanted to talk to you guys about, because the thing is, no one in the entire world writes a whole entire season of Doctor Who if they don't know if it's canceled or not. Nobody writes a season for anything.
The thing is, there's no. Yes, it's a big money maker, and yes, they need to make money. But there is no shame in admitting that a 60-year-old show is just done.
But
and I think
my point is, though, he knows it's not done. That's why he's writing the new season. He got the money. He's going to film it.
He's been given a commission. He's delusional. He's living in this fantasy world that he can keep writing Doctor Who for all eternity.
He's not. But okay, there is no. He doesn't. He doesn't, because there is an out plan. There's an escape clause. No. He is going to do 4 seasons, and he's out. But he's still going to be like, do you understand that the strategy here?
I think when you've lived through the Whittaker era, when you've lived through, the Colin Baker era, when you've lived through the first half of the Sylvester McCoy era, you kind of understand where Michael Grade came from. because you can just it's astonishing just sometimes how bad this show can be.
Okay, but I want to explain. Let's explain RTD as like a Sutek god. Okay, because here's not. I'm going to explain it that way. Okay, so here's the thing. He has tried to get the Infinity Gauntlet before. He has tried to be all-powerful, all-consuming. He went to America thinking that he was going to make Torchwood the biggest thing, and then he was going to bring Doctor Who to America, make motion pictures, all this shit. It failed. So now he's trying it again. Wait, he's trying it at a different time. So now this is what's going to happen. He's going to adapt his same philosophy that he did with the BBC, where he took over the BBC with Sarah Jane, Doctor Who, Torchwood, and then he would have did more, right? He's going to do the spinoff, then this spinoff, then that. He's going to graduate from Doctor Who into Disney Plus. He's going to start putting his own shows on Disney Plus that have nothing to do with Doctor Who. He's already doing it now. Moffat's going to do it. All his friends. He's going to make everybody flood the shit out of Disney Plus, where he is the fucking RTD.
No, not if Disney Plus doesn't want any more of that kind of thing. If they say enough now.
They do because
what?
They're in such shambles right now, and they're so
there you
broken.
Go, then.
But no. It is, but they think he is the one to fix it.
No.
Do you think he?
No.
It's so weird. Like, I don't know about you guys, but don't you find it weird that there's only one white male who works at UNIT? It's so weird. This is just different.
He's not even white though. But
did you see Disney today where they leaked that they will not hire white men?
Yes, they're in serious ramifications trouble where you're talking millions upon billions of dollars they may lose now because they think they're so powerful as a fucking company that they can decide not to hire white people, which is why he's white and he shall be the fucking Sutek of the fucking Disney Plus universe.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think RTD's lost it.
Like, what are you talking about? We don't hire white people? We just made him our motherfucking Kevin Feige. What are you talking about? RTD. This is our guy. Watch.
He can do it though. He took Davros out of the chair. This guy doesn't even think Davros should be in the chair anymore.
And he's gonna take the MCU out of the MCU and he's gonna make it MCU again. Yes, and he's gonna
he would make it worse. There is no chance.
No, he's gonna fuck with Star Wars too. Oh no. Yes.
What, RTD?
Yes.
Hang on, Star Wars is already fucked anyway with the Acolyte.
When you're 93 years old, you're going to be a rich tycoon trying to find a way to travel back in time to prevent RTD's rise in power. That's what you're going to try to do.
I love RTD, right? But he is the king of the woke. He would make things the wokest of all.
He's going to take over everything.
So are you saying things are going to get worse?
I don't know. I just know that it may appear to Disney that it's getting better.
Okay. We hold you
for
to
some
that.
reason I can't post.
Just listen to this for me for a minute. They have no content, right? So now you're gonna get RTD programming. You're gonna get Moffat programming. You're gonna get Gatiss programming. Every fucking friend that's part of that clique. Oh yes, you will. And you're gonna get all this shit. Oh, you will. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. I know why? Because anything is better than those fucking witches bitches from Star Wars Acolyte.
He would put in worse. I'm with Philip. He would put in much worse.
You will see. He will do it. You want to know why they love him? Because he is the reset button. And they said, look at this motherfucker did with Doctor Who. Reset Star Wars for us. Watch. I'm telling you.
Did Did you find it stupid that they all had their guns shooting at the TARDIS and Lenny Rush has a scooter shooting bullets at the TARDIS? Stupid.
Robot laser beams from his fucking eyes.
He's not even looking out. He's got like 10 soldiers literally within centimeters of him, and he doesn't even look out for them.
I got one for you that you didn't notice about Mel taking the sonic screwdriver, right? Did you see Kate Stewart grab the guy's hand?
Yeah.
Like, hey, it's on like Donkey Kong tonight.
No, maybe he.
Oh my
maybe
God!
No.
Oh no!
He might
It's time for a new generation of Brigadiers. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! You thank you for explaining to us that she's straight, because that was
here's the biggest mystery of the episode: the mystery of the missing Rose Temple Noble.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, where
she wasn't anywhere to
she was
see, then
she was calmer than cake when that thing was going crazy. She's going on her tablet. Hey, Uncle, you want to get involved? She was on her fucking tablet. And Uncle went to go to the TARDIS, and the TARDIS fucking growled at him and shit. Because Sutek used the TARDIS as his fucking death fucking sentences everywhere.
She came the episode with Mel and Ruby, and she fucking disappeared.
Mel was sleeping in the corner when they did. That's what the whole point is. She's over there while they were just watching the whole episode. Mel was over there in that corner, hugging almost fucking snuggling with fucking Seven Doctor's fucking coat, shirt,
Rose
whatever.
was selling her toys back to that woman remember that woman who was buying her toys we never found out about again?
Oh yeah. What's the thing?
What's the thing about long-running series when you have that many characters and then you just don't bring them back, even though they should be there? Like Donna probably should be at unit that day.
And what was up? I thought she was going to cameo. That was bullshit.
Where's Martha Jones? Doesn't she work there as well?
Also, Kate Stewart.
Exactly.
Shit boss. She just gives everyone a job. Like what?
That's what I was going to say. What was it about giving everybody a job?
Because she was a kid. Because she was a kid when the Brigadier was like fucking doing shit, and she's like, "Well, what about them? Are they working? Do they need money? Do they need to eat?" She was like a humanitarian and shit. She's nice. She sent a
neurodivergent 13-year-old child into a war.
Oh, here we go.
She's crazy.
Are you crazy? Here we go. Come on.
She sent Lenny Rush into battle. The poor woman.
Oh, you see come on. Come on, man. That's not right.
If you were Lenny Rush's father, would you let him go into battle with the Daleks? You'd be like, kid, get in the house.
Maybe she adopted him and shit.
Yeah, but it's no offense to Lenny Rush. You sent any 13-year-old child into war, there's going to be some ethics around it.
There was no way he was safe anyway. Sutek was everywhere.
He's not even. He's so small. You're sending him into battle with a machine gun. The poor kid.
Oh, all right, stop it! Don't make her the villain, man. Come on.
It's horrible.
Did you see Big Finish reply to that shit? Big Finish replied to that shit. Kate Stewart would not fucking do that. Like, come on! They answered everybody a scientific way that it was okay.
He's not even out of the 7th grade, and he's facing the most evil creature of all time.
Well,
that's funny, but it's true though.
He's not even old enough to watch Deadpool and Wolverine, yet he's killing something.
Wow.
Like justice for Lenny Rush. That's what I'm saying. Justice for Lenny Rush.
You just got him fired now. Now they're gonna fire him like the girl with the wheelchair.
He better get 12 weeks paid leave for this, because that is just wrong ethically in the workplace.
Jesus Christ.
Surely they could sue her for stress. I would be suing her for stress.
He'll probably get promoted for it, because
isn't Rose Noble 15?
She's 17 now. 16.
So that's good enough to put a gun in their hands now.
And the fact that you
I love that she was calm as Kate.
Bill Cosby.
She was calm as cake. She was on her tablet like, Sutek is turning this motherfucker to dust. Do you want to come, Uncle? She was calm. Completely calm.
And the fact that unit's supposed to be a secret organisation and they got a whopping great big building in the middle of London, everybody knows what it is. It's like,
I mean,
hello?
I would be calm too if I read the script and knew that Sutek did fuck all. Which is exactly what happened.
Exactly.
I'd be calm if I read, oh my God, Sutek's in the episode for 5 minutes and gets manhandled.
I knew the moment Sutek didn't kill him and the doctor realized he can't kill him, he's like, you ain't killing me. Why not?
I'd be like, oh, this is great writing, RTD. Nice and fluffy. I love it.
Fluffy.
He'd be there doing jazz hands like, oh my God, this is genius. I love this.
No, the doctor who spin off was paid by Disney Plus. It's going to be on Disney Plus.
Connor's unhinged today. This is great. RTD is so based. RTD is so based. You know, back in the day, they were just so woke. They were like, oh, hide the women and children. Now, give them a gun. Throw them in with Sutek. They're just so based.
I think RTD is going to have such a fall. I'm trying to think of a popular piece of media that could be similar to what I'm trying to say here. Where like someone is on top of the world and then all of a sudden it just comes crashing down and they have absolutely
I'm
nothing.
telling you, he's gonna take advantage of what's going on in Disney Plus. He's gonna take over.
Hey, even Bruce Madley got out of there after 2 episodes. She was like, I'm done.
You do realize, hold on, you do realize that he is Russell T. Davies and not the master, right?
But
he's becoming the master.
If you remember, he took over. He's always used to taking over everything. So,
Joe, I know what you're saying. I know you've had a lot of trolls in the last couple of weeks, sort of.
No.
Shows cancelled, and they're exaggerating. They are.
But I'm just from a business standpoint. I'm trying to say, right, and I'm trying to explain this. He is. They don't have anything on Disney Plus at the moment that is growing to spin off other than WandaVision. Star Wars is dead completely now after this. But the only thing that is getting promoted or spinned off or whatever is WandaVision. That's the fucking secret key to saving the MCU. But anyway,
I think they're better off going with a David Attenborough documentary over Doctor Who. It costs them much less money.
We have the spin-off, which I don't really know what the fuck is going on with that. Season 2, he's doing season 3. It's not going to be a shitty budget by BBC. It's going to be Disney Plus budget. Disney Plus. He's in it for the long haul.
Yeah, but Doctor Who's numbers aren't incredible, right? So how are you going to justify
because they're making I'll tell you why. Everyone that is reporting videos and podcasts and videos and YouTube and everything about the ratings got it all wrong because it's making money every single day.
No,
right?
But I know what you're saying. But that's the same as saying that you count Series 2's views as what the DVD sales were, which didn't really count towards
First
Series
of all,
2's views.
With the streaming service, right, you've got, like our friends have made video about it, Bluey makes Disney Plus $8 million a day, right? Yeah. That's just from the BBC. That Disney Plus is making $8 million a day. They just said they had a resurgence of all fucking episodes, Space Babies, where they made fucking money from that, right?
But the thing with TV, you know what it's like. Like if you don't have a show moving every 6 to 12 months, you have to take those sets down. Like, and if Doctor Who's views take 12 to 24 months to get up to what they want them to be, they don't have that much time to wait before they have to start.
They have the Christmas special. Yeah. They have the season 2. They have the Christmas special. They have season 3.
Yeah, but is the show worth spending that much money on? That's the thing. Or are they going to have to cut the budget right?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question, that is.
Can you justify spending $50 to $60 million on a show that's only getting you 5 million views over the course of 8 episodes?
But you're not thinking
Doctor
of.
Who
You're not
would be
thinking
better
of.
if they went back to paper mache and tinfoil anyway.
But you're not. But you're thinking about the week it's revealed or the 2 weeks it's out. It's going to be making money in September, October, November because people don't watch it.
I know what you're saying.
No, I hope you do because listen to me.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, right? Okay, it's like a video game, right? Where people buy it when it first comes out, and then there's word of mouth, and then more people buy it, and then more people buy it, and then you find out that Resident Evil whatever made fucking $50 million or whatever, and then they're like, all right, let's go remake this, do this. The thing is, over time, Russell said, wait till the season's over to watch the whole entire thing and binge watch. Why? Because it doesn't matter what it did overnight. It doesn't matter what it did for the week. 3 months from now, 3 months from now, it will make them money, and 4 months from now, and 5 months from now, because they're looking at the long term. They're looking at
You won't get bulk viewers again. Like your bulk viewers, like your millions, come in immediately. Whereas it's like, you'll get 20,000 for September, 40,000 for October. I don't think they're going to get 5 million in September and then another 5 million.
They're going to get it because they're going to have the Doctor Who is continuous. We have the Christmas special. We have the second season. We have the spin-off. Then we're going to have season 3. Then we're going to have spin-off 2. Then we're going to have spin-off 3. Russell's going to have his other programming that's going to be on there that's not related to Doctor Who. Moffat's going to do stuff. Gatiss is going to do stuff. Chibnall, they're all going to have shit, and it's going to make the money as an overall package.
The only thing that is they've just got to bring new views in, because I don't know if the current viewership's enough to justify that many shows. And that's the thing with Doctor Who. It's so hard to bring in new viewers.
But they have no content.
Yeah. You need some British content, right? That's what you were saying the other day.
No, look at HBO, right? HBO was like, we need shit. They bought fucking Sesame Street. They're like, hey, you fucking bitches from the city that have sex. You're 80 now. Here's a new fucking show. Like, you fucking they want series of right? They don't give a fuck what it is. The revival of this, revival of that. Oh my fucking God, revive this, do that. I don't care if he's 50. I don't care if he's 60. I don't care if he's 70. Yes, here's some money.
All I think is, and you're right, I don't think it's going to get cancelled because Doctor Who is Doctor Who, and people do love it. But I don't think you can justify. I think they might have overspent, and I think they might have thought that this thing was going to be big enough to have 3 or 4 spin-offs. I don't think it is big enough to do that anymore. Because if you look back to Class couldn't even hold one season.
That sucked. First of all, that was. They didn't even have control over that, like the showrunners at the time. They were just forced to by the BBC. So
yeah, you would need a spin-off so good. You would need something written by Moffat that was as good as Sherlock that you didn't even really know was connected to Doctor Who.
First of all, here's the thing: you need a unit spin-off, past companions, going on missions, having maybe some doctors here and there. That's what you need. That is the most important spin-off that you need to have. Not the Sea Devils, not this, not that. Now, Sea Devils would be, I would think, a 3-hour or a 2-hour special, right? Like you could put in the theater, but like a special, right? But it would have to involve the Doctor, right? Because it would be boring as fuck without it, and it wouldn't survive with just Unit doing it. So you would have to, you could utilize the past Doctors, the present Doctor, the 14th Doctor, whatever. And you could, like I said, there should be David Tennant and Donna Noble specials every fucking year.
Yeah, 3 you're right about that. I think you're right. Yeah, I think at least every Christmas you should. Christmas you should jump back to an old Doctor or an old companion.
No, not Christmas. Christmas belongs to Shooty. November, the anniversary of Doctor Who. You have fucking 3 specials that you span out like they did the 60th. David Tennant gets 3 specials.
Again.
Well, they could do that too. They could. I said past Doctors. It doesn't have to be just. But this is the thing. He could do. He's gonna. He is not he's looking to grow in power. Russell. It isn't just Doctor Who. He wants to, he's getting older and he wants job security and he wants to be powerful where he could just take over. He could be like the Kathleen Kennedy. He wants a huge he wants to be huge in something and he's going to be.
Would you want to be the next Kathleen Kennedy? I don't think even she would want to be the next Kathleen
Kennedy. I would be the next me, not Kathleen. I would be a lot better than her.
Look, you know what? We're going to become the showrunners. I'm going to put Philip up there because Philip dresses a lot nicer than the rest of us.
Jesus.
Vil has an amazing set of glasses. I'm putting Vil up there for the showrunner as well. Joe, we're just going to be, what do you call it, George Lucas? We're creative.
You're going to be my slaves.
We're just going to be the slaves to Philip. You know, Philip's just got this underpacked. I trust Philip. Connor can be the writer because Connor, he knows logic. We're going with Connor for the writer. And we're going to reboot this thing.
We're going to reboot what? Disney Plus or Doctor Who?
We're rebooting Doctor Who.
We're going to do Doctor Who? Okay.
We're doing it. We're rebooting it. And what are we doing? Philip, what are we doing? How are we rebooting this thing? Tell us.
Well, we're going to make him even blacker. Give him a spliff.
Shit.
And,
wait a minute then. Because we can't have any whites. That's with Disney Plus, right? We no whites.
Yeah, we got to be like, you know, we got to be Hawaiian, we got to be African, we got to be all sorts of black. So there you go.
Isn't there black in the seasoning of Italians? No.
I don't know with him though. His character. I don't know about his doctor. I just don't feel that I know him. Yeah.
You know how you know how people need to get their groove on and get used to it. And when Capaldi was trying to be this in one season, and then he was trying to be this in another season, and then in the end season he was like perfect.
Yeah,
he was perfect.
Yeah,
like he finally. I feel now that Shooty will be better.
He's better than Jodie. Come on.
I feel that.
That's true.
I think Jodie was trying to be, like I always said, she's more like a kindergarten teacher. Jodie, you know, she comes across. You know, we all had a teacher like that who was very hyper and very like young at heart, and you know.
Oh, congratulations! Congratulations to Jenna Louise Coleman on her pregnancy, by the way.
Oh yeah,
congratulations.
But if she's watching, congratulations. We know you love the Whovians cast.
That's right, the real Whovians, absolutely.
If I had a nickel for every time Jodie said this planet, I would have a lot of money, and we could buy Doctor Who back. How many times did Jodie say this planet? So many times.
Yeah.
It's not a simple thing of just Doctor Who. I'm telling you, there's a thing with Russell. I think that he wants to evolve to be huge, bigger than he is, and it's gonna get to be where it's beyond Doctor Who.
Joe, I think we need to let these things go. I think we need new franchises for the new generations. I think we need to let these things minimize their budgets and just sort of be like, you know, the expanded universe used to be, where we just do these, you know, cheap shows and we appeal to the old fan base and let it go.
Everything that we loved, right? Every franchise we loved, they're trying to continue it. They're not creating anything new that's lasting. Right now,
so your kids don't really have anything of their own, you know, apart from Harry Potter. Like what's new besides Harry Potter?
There's nothing, I don't think, that they have. But even horror, Jason Voorhees coming back, Freddy coming back, Chucky coming back, and then same thing like sci-fi. They got Dune. They're trying to make something with Dune again. All right, they're gonna do fucking Battlestar Galactica again. Okay. Babylon 5. Okay. Star Trek. A whole bunch of new Star Trek shows for new generation. Okay. They're bringing every franchise we've ever had. They're trying to expand the life cycle.
And I don't think you can do that because, like, Star Wars is a product of the 70s. Like, the core values of the 1970s kids is different to kids today. So I don't think Star Wars works anymore.
it doesn't work because you had too many people that infected the brand.
You've got Amanda Stenberg. Did you see that where she's like rapping and stuff on the sidewalk?
You need to give Star Wars a complete silence break of 2 years. Nothing.
I agree.
Nothing. Right? And then after the 2 years, then you could start making one movie, not fucking, oh my God, with Disney, we're going to have fucking 50 movies. You do one movie that takes place in the future, but still a long time ago, hundreds of years in the future, where nobody knows what the fuck Jedi and Sith are, and you just have all of a sudden them coming into being again, like a Jedi and a Sith, and a whole new. Nobody remembers. It's so fucking far ahead. There's no records. There's no nothing. Nobody knows shit, and it's like trying to start over with a whole new thing, and then you get to see Force Ghost Yoda or whatever fuck. And then this Sith and this, and it's starting over. Like there's nothing that exists. There's no records.
I don't think
there's no
anything
nothing.
Star Wars excites me. Like no matter what you came up with, I'm so done. Like nothing interests me.
You just have to start over, and you have to start over from a point.
No starting over. Just let it be dead. Because starting over is basically rebooting, and then it's not really Star Wars anymore.
No, because you got to think of that. No, we're just talking about how. No, we were just talking about how we would bring it back. That's what the whole answer, the question was, and I'm telling you, if you're a business, and let's say we're Disney Plus, we're trying to figure out how to bring back Star Wars or how to bring back this. If you spent all these billions of dollars to buy these properties, you're going to fix it, or you're going to find a way to not make you money, right?
Here's the thing: you can't fix it, and your solution is basically setting it so far in the future that the trilogy doesn't matter anyway. And that's basically the same as what they've done by pissing on the trilogy. So the best thing you can do with Star Wars, just leave it fucking dead. There are 6 good movies. We're not
talking about that. We're talking about they bought it to use it. You're not going to just buy the property and just hold on to it. It's a business. So they got to put something out.
Here's the thing, though. They ruined it anyway. So,
but that's the point. Is that the person that tricked George Lucas into selling it, his best fucking friend, really wasn't his best fucking friend. She always had intentions of destroying it, and she came out weeks ago and said it was always her intention to change it all. That she should have been fired from that statement.
And she succeeded. So. She won. Let it stay dead. What we already have is great. We can still enjoy it. Pissing on the ashes and churning out more stuff, even 10 years from now, is fucking pointless.
And you fire her, and you fire everyone that ruined it, and you hire other people to fix it.
I think I would have to agree with Bill on this one, Joe. I think if I was in charge of Star Wars, I would just try to preserve what was already there. So I would basically recategorize everything Disney released. I'd put up. So
maybe it's the writer in me that always tries to write and figure it out.
The hope,
right?
You've always got hope, which is great, right? But I think what I would do. So if you went into Disney Plus, you clicked Star Wars in the Star Wars menu. I'd have main saga 1 to 6, and then I would just have a category called expanded universe with everything else they ever made, and I would leave it at that. And I would go and just make video games and books to expand the world, but I would not do any more movies or shows at all. I'd leave it.
See, everybody is like, that doesn't understand me. I don't ever want Top Gun canceled again. Like, ever. It's been a part of my life since I was 5. Right? Even though it was canceled, it was still part of my life. Like, I wanted to always be around. I want it to be like, I don't see it, even with the stuff that I didn't like this season, and I was pissed and I was upset, and I don't see it as so fucking damaged that it can't be repaired. Star Wars, on the other hand,
Doctor Who's different.
Star Wars, I do feel is damaged after watching, and I won't watch episode 4, Acolyte. Episode 3 actually made me say that's it. The Star Wars period.
Are we talking Star Wars or Doctor Who right now?
I'm just talking. I said, if you heard what I just said, I said Doctor Who is not beyond repair, but I said Star Wars I saw episode 3 of The Acolyte. I won't see 4. I'm done with Star Wars completely. Forever.
Yeah, agreed.
Right? Like,
Sorry, I'm on a main road.
It is beyond jump the shark, but I'm not the business person to solve it. But I, as a fan, am completely done with it. Forever.
I think, like what Vil was saying, I do think Doctor Who is something that you can change, you can make it new, you can make it fresh, because it's a product of the BBC aimed at, entertaining families on a Saturday night. That's what the intention of Doctor Who was. So that can go forever.
Yeah.
Star Wars was intended to be a very specific story about a family and a son and a father, reconciling their differences and, redeeming themselves. You can't keep that going forever without it becoming repetitive and boring. It's it's the story of the Skywalkers in my mind. Like, I don't care about Bounty Hunters spin-off stories. Like, I don't care about The Mandalorian.
See, me with Star Wars, I was 3, I think, when I first seen Star Wars in the theater, right? 77, right?
Yeah.
So it was one of my first 3 movies that I seen, right? Star Wars. Growing up, I didn't like the Ewoks at all. I fucking hated it, right? I fucking hated it.
Oh.
I fucking hate that shit.
Look at Philip. You've broken his heart.
Fuck that, right? I wouldn't even have my dad buy the fucking with Jedi. I was like, I loved it, but I didn't love it. You know what I'm saying? But every single time there was a Star Wars reiteration, I didn't understand how they already established with Star Wars, Empire, and Jedi that they never saw droids as a big deal. They never were anything of importance. Just C-3PO and R2-D2. And then you try to go the prequels, but now you fucking putting this droid in, this droid's popular. And every single fucking time we have a Star Wars thing, it's always a droid. Which you ruined the whole, you copy and pasted on every single Star Wars thing. There are the C-3PO and R2-D2, but this fucking bitch and Acolyte's got a little fucking droid. This one from fucking Lando has a fucking droid. This one fucking Andor has a droid. It's like, why the fuck? It's like people that really don't get Star Wars are just copy and pasting bullshit, right? Same thing, like, they made this fucking rule, always 2 there are, a master and apprentice, there's no more than that. But they contradict that rule every fucking time because there are fucking millions of Sith out there. They don't give a fuck about a rule because how would you explain all these fucking Sith everywhere all the time? All the fucking time.
Yeah.
All the time. Now you give him a new name. You give him, the Sith that didn't make it as a Sith, so he's an Inquisitor. Oh, he has Sith powers, but he's a fucking piece of shit homeless fucking person, so he's not a Sith, he's just a shit, right? So it's like they make fucking terminologies to give excuses to break their own rules. Just break the fucking rule and stop it. Stop. And then they even look what they did with Kal-El Ali Mundi, whatever. The guy wasn't even fucking born, and they threw him in the Acolyte to make it like he's the fucking traitor when he's supposed to be the most honest fucking Jedi Master out there. And you
I
just
think
fucking
that's the biggest problem with Star Wars, Joe, is that it's like what Vil was saying. It's because Star Wars is a very specific story with rules that you set up, but you're trying to milk it. You have to actually change the rules and the law to try to milk it, because if not, you can't use any of the tools in the toy box.
But the point is that they think we're stupid. They think Star Wars fans are stupid, that they can just change shit. And, the guy wasn't even born. It was established. It wasn't even fucking born yet.
They did what they like to do, which is they buy a franchise that is beloved by a lot of people. They turn it into shit. Then they call the fans who don't like the shit pile they've been fed, racist, bigots, and every other nasty thing they can. Then they lose a whole bunch of money because they're trying to aim toward a much younger new audience that isn't going to fucking get into it. But there are younger people that like that type of stuff who are also being turned off, and they're just fucking themselves. And the whole thing is they're too dense and too proud to recognize it. The same thing could happen to Doctor Who, and I hope that it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't want it to. I mean,
they're so obsessed with having Star Wars take place around the era of the original trilogy or just before, but they also want to have Sith, so they've gone, oh, we can only tell stories within this time period, and we need Sith because lightsabers sell toys. Let's just make up Inquisitors because we want to have Sith and we want to have the time period of the Empire.
And witches and this, and now it's like ridiculous. You had a robot, Grievous. Oh, he doesn't count as a Sith because he's not human. It's like, come on.
They could easily have Darksiders that are not Sith. This isn't brain surgery. They're just idiots.
I mean, they could do Old Republic, but they just won't. They just keep having to set it within a certain 100 period.
And we still got that movie coming out with Daisy Ridley.
Oh, no.
Well, let me ask you a question. Because, I mean, I know this is the Doctor Who, but why is she so untouchable, Kathleen Kennedy?
Because I don't know if there's anyone else who wants to do the job.
No, but there's got to be a reason they can't fire her. I mean, maybe it's because she made them billions because she gave them Star Wars, maybe.
But if you look at that, if that leak came today is true, that Disney will not hire, say, white men.
They're in trouble now.
Maybe Disney have no idea at how awful the content they're putting out is. Maybe they don't realise that it's terrible. They actually believe.
How could they not know that?
Yeah, but they think the audience are awful. Like they've said
it probably is.
They think we're awful.
Kathleen Kennedy has probably got dirt on so many people that if they fire her, she's going to ruin a lot of lives.
Is that
because
what you think it is?
There's no logical reason not to fire this woman.
So she's untouchable.
That's what I think. I'm not saying that I'm certain on this. There might be something behind the scenes.
I'm not wishing bad on anybody, but I'm not wishing bad on her. I'm just questioning.
This is what I suspect based on just deductive reasoning.
But getting back to Doctor Who, I went off on a tangent, and I do apologize. As much as we had ridiculousness in this episode, I still loved it. I'm hopeful for Doctor Who future. I'm hopeful more now with Shooty. But I just don't understand why he can't visit Susan. I don't understand that at all. After everything that just happened, wouldn't you be running to? Because he even questioned why Ruby did that. But then that should have told him to go visit Susan. Like that, he should have visited Susan. That's what should have happened at the end of this episode.
Well, do you think he's going to see Susan at Christmas?
What happened?
Do you think they're going to see Susan at Christmas and it's going to be like a reunion Christmas episode?
Has nothing to do with Susan.
What's Christmas about?
I'm not sure, but Moffat wrote it, and it has to do with that.
Apparently, it's about a spaceship inside a mountain. Where did they say? Inside a mountain in some place in England, or I don't know whether it's Scotland or somewhere. Somewhere there's a spaceship buried in the mountain, and that's what they go and investigate.
Wasn't it supposed to be Mount Everest?
Yeah, it could be Mount Everest. You're right.
And supposedly the actress that plays the companion for this Christmas special is the companion for season 3.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Yeah. Do you know who it is?
Is it? She's from.
Wow. Sorry, spoilers.
She's from the Dairy Girls, the woman that's in the Christmas special. If you know what the Dairy Girls are.
I didn't realize nobody reported that. Okay, well, yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Hey, Joe, look in the private chat real quick.
Okay. Why can't you come? Oh, I don't know.
I have no idea.
If you're if you're in there, you should be in there. Let me see.
Someone commented, so in Series 5, The Big Bang, did Sutek die when the TARDIS?
No, I don't know. You gotta just not. I don't know.
I'm gonna try again real quick. Yeah.
Well, it's not like you're blocked because you're in here and you're commenting to me on the private, and I wouldn't have been invited. You wouldn't be able to come in here if you were blocked. I don't know. Did I maybe? Let me see. Let me go on to your. I don't want to ruin the chat. Let me the podcast. Let me see. I don't know. It doesn't show that anything is wrong with your. Philip, could you just say hi in the chat? Maybe. Let me see if maybe it's.
Yeah, I can. I was going to do that just now anyway. Hi. There you go.
No, not private chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there you
go. Hayden, just say hi. Oh, you already did. You don't need to. You already did.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, you already messaged in there earlier.
We lost Bill now. Oh.
I think
it might be on his end because I didn't block anybody from commenting. Yeah. Oh. I don't know.
It's the
I don't know. I don't know. I just love the episode. I don't know. I know what's wrong. I know what's wrong with it. I just.
No, but it's like I said. It's emotionally satisfying and it's a good piece of drama. But science, science-wise,
I mean, you can like something and not know why you like it. I know everything wrong with it. I just loved it anyway. I thought it was.
Yeah,
I thought it was something
that is the science aspects of it being off, right? The actual character drama, the performances, the way it was put together, the way it concluded Ruby's story. It is a really good, just straight drama show.
It was fun. Like a lot of these kids are not going to try to. It doesn't, but a lot of these kids are not going to, like, they're not going to try to explain it. They're just going to enjoy it. You know, if you're a Whovian like us, you would be like, well, why the fuck? How did that happen?
But last week didn't make any sense either. Like the time window, that's all just a bunch of mumbo jumbo. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, not really, because they've done time windows before.
Yeah,
it didn't do. It didn't do Sutek any justice for me. There was no justice. I don't think. I think Sutek should have been in his human form rather than that jackal-head thing.
I kind of wanted to see him in human form. I kind of did.
It didn't need to be Sutek. It could have been any villain. It could have been.
I'm biased. I wanted Sutek since I waited fucking 45 years for this motherfucker to return. So, I'm gonna love this episode and these two-parter no matter what. I'm biased. It was my first story, so. Oh well.
Yeah.
Oh well.
What if it means if you liking it puts you down to number 5 on PlayStation trophies?
I did. I lost my ranking the other day.
Did you?
Yes, and then I was so. I was so pissed that I regained it, but I was just mad. I was pissed.
Now, do you only stream on YouTube? Because I
was a little.
No, you go.
I was a little let down with how Sutek was beaten because, come on, it's just a stupid nylon string, and he couldn't cut through that. It would have been more believable if he bashed him into submission with a bunch of mushroom-shaped bruises from a dildo.
Wow. Wow.
It was just. I liked the episode in many ways, but that resolution, it could have been better.
The fact that the time vortex is like literally a physical realm just next to London's skyline is a bit ridiculous.
No, it wasn't. He fixed the time vortex for the entire universe. It was connected to everything.
No, but I'm saying, like, when he was flying with Sutek, he was pulling him, and you saw Sutek being pulled through London's skyline, which means...
No, he wasn't pulled through. He was restoring every single planet, but you got to see that they restored... You know what I'm saying?
But did he have to physically fly everywhere in the universe?
Yes.
So how long did that take him?
No. Okay, so in other words, he was in the time vortex, not the universe. So the time vortex, by him repairing, bringing life to everything that was killed, time just fixed it itself. Meaning everything was fixed at the same time. Not. In other words, just as quickly as he destroyed the universe, time fixed it. Instantly.
But why did time fix? How did time fix it? What? What made it fix itself?
Because he, by doing whatever he did, it was like Sutek's powers were in reverse.
Do we know why?
Because he brought.
Just say no.
No, I'm trying to figure it out.
But I'm saying, here's the thing, Joe. Right? You know how he pulled him through time, and that's death added to death, which means everything came back to life. Wasn't he pulling Sutek through time the whole time with the TARDIS over the past 60 years, which means that he would have killed
exactly.
Sutek was always going to lose because he infected time so much with a paradox that he would undo himself. So all you had to do was bring that paradox to the time vortex, and it would see him as a threat to wipe him out, because he can't undo himself, but then he's a god, but he's above time, but he's not above time. So in other words, by him destroying everything, he was destroying different. He was like the great intelligence, destroying. Even the Doctor said he was destroying the Earth over and over again in different time periods, paradoxing the whole fucking thing. So if you killed the Earth in 1012, but then you killed them in 2024, and then like time got all fucking fucked up, but you would fuck up himself because he is bound by time. But it didn't happen because I guess he was so powerful that he was like in essence, if you brought that chaos to the time vortex, it would fix itself because time has to exist. It can't be fucked up or corrupted. So it narrowed down what was causing the paradox and eliminated it. Sort of. Somehow.
We'll go with it. We'll just go with it.
Sure.
Yeah. It's the only way we can do it, really.
So either Sutek is dead, or because the paradoxes were fixed, he's in the time vortex still.
Well, I think we've been gaslit so often from shows that we.
If it goes down this time corridor and Sutek is there, go the other way.
It's gonna stop making weird noises now.
Right. Well, yeah, no. Shit.
And that's it. No trailer for Christmas. Nothing.
So I guess Russell T Davies explained also because Sutek said he's been doing this for years. So I guess it explained the voice in the TARDIS from fucking Moffat era, I guess.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
did he steal
I take that
the
as well.
ducks out of the pond as well?
It's been fucked up for a long time, the TARDIS.
Is the Timeless Child a product of Sutek?
He might be.
Ooh. I like that. My child.
Did he undo the flux? Did that happen?
Yes, the flux is undone. Yes.
That's what I was thinking.
It was already undone, but Chibnall didn't explain how in the next episode. In The Power of the Doctor was some mysterious entity or something fixed everything, but if it wasn't undone...
Hold on. How are we leaping in logic to say that the flux was undone because when it was never stated? Did he name one planet that was wiped out entirely by the flux specifically that was back? If so, it was undone. But if one,
he did.
Yes. The flux. At the end of flux, there was only two planets in existence in the entire universe: Earth and the one that fucking Vandu or whatever it was from. There was only two planets in the entire universe that were left. And then in The Power of the Doctor, all the fucking planets are back. And everything was back. And they didn't explain how or why. But that's why they even said, they had that thing with the Daleks and everything. And then all of a sudden, they tried to make it like the Timeless Child was a plant creature and he just undid everything he did for some reason, and he was kind of undoing the Timeless Child thing too, but didn't explain anything.
Okay, where did I miss something about a plant creature?
The plant creature was the one that creature was the one that killed the doctor when the master moved the thing. Yeah, that was the thing. That was the child creature that the Cybermen kidnapped.
What was it?
The doctor thought it was the timeless child at first.
But what was it?
I don't
know. It was a thing.
Okay, we were led to believe there was 2 planets left, and then even the companions were like, "Where the fuck are you going to do, Doctor? Because you go through a whole universe. If there's no universe, where are you going to go?" It's like, "Oh, Earth or this planet." So then all of a sudden we had that Dalek repeating thing, and then we had the power of the Doctor, and guess what? Everything was fixed and no explanation because there was fucking Scarro was back, fucking this was back, everything was back, and you had no explanation why. Cybermen were back,
taking up the first 3 trophies on the gaming charts.
Oh, getting back to your question with the gaming. So, all right, we could change the subject for a little bit. So
I was just asking. I was saying because whenever I see your streams that have been on, you talk to the crowd, but I don't see you comment. So I was wondering, are you twitching your streams or something?
So I've been doing YouTube because that's what's been making me money while I'm not working. And I had some trouble with some former associates of ours that trolling, where I had to delete the entire streams because they had put so much garbage in there, cursing and stuff, that YouTube was getting pissed off. And then what happened was, because I had surgery and because I wasn't feeling well, I kind of, like, with medicine and everything, I've been trying to heal myself, and I haven't been gaming like I should, and I didn't have the budget for the game. So you can't be in competition where you have to buy all the new stuff if you can't buy all the new stuff. So eventually, if you don't have enough games to play, you're going to lose your rank. And what happened was, this guy, I don't know why, but this guy, Mr. Dealer, decided, oh, this is a nice opportunity. He could have did it last month. He could have did it when I was first let go in my job in March. No, he did it recently, and he took my position. So I got so fucking pissed that I got 25 platinums in a day, and I took it back in less than 12 hours. And that's where we're at now. I'm back in 4th rank, but it's just, I don't know. I got to go back to work soon so I can maintain a proper budget for the gaming.
Do you think some of these people have multiple people playing their account on different PlayStations?
No, I think that... Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know, because the guy... There was rumored that Akun was doing that, but we never had any evidence of that. And he's retired now. So he's just so far ahead of everybody that it's taking us a while to catch up to him. So right now, I think the guy that's ahead of me, Raining Elbows, he is 289 platinums away from me. So I have to get 289 platinums plus whatever he does every day.
Yeah, but what do you got to do to get to number 3? Is that number 3?
Yeah.
Okay. But you're going to do it.
I have to pass him somehow. Like, I have to take into account, if he's going to get 10 a day, I need to get like 20 a day.
Now, are you playing PS5?
I'm playing both PS4 and PS5.
And you're running out of games?
No, I have enough. I mean, you never have enough, but I kind of have stuff to last me into August.
Okay.
But it's not
how
like
often
that.
Do they drop a game? Because you know how you play a lot of those random sort of scrolling.
They come
games,
every day. Every day they come
every
out.
Day.
Yeah, and I'm used to buying it every day, so now I'm not. So, and again, that's another thing too.
What does the average game cost?
It could go from 99 cents to $100.
And you just platinum it, so you got to finish it 100% every time.
No, I have to buy them 8 times.
8 times.
Yes, in some cases there is 8 versions of the game. There's PS4, North America region, Europe, Asia, and Japan, and then they have the PS5 version, North America, Europe, Asia, and Japan. I have to actually buy the game 8 times unless it's cross-buy, where they'll give you a PS4 and PS5. Then I only have to buy it 4 times. But I have to have an account.
But how do you buy the Japanese version from North America?
Because you have to establish an account in Japan, Asia, and Europe, which I have. And I have to go through...
Does that mean that it goes on a different PlayStation profile?
Yes. And then I have to use this organization where I give them money, but you lose money because you have to pay extra to get right. I'm always losing money, so it's really deep because I have to buy it on that account, and then it's on my PlayStation, and then I play it on my PlayStation because it's mine. But all the people that do the competition do that, but it's a very expensive hobby. My budget before was $1,000 to $1,500 a month that I spent on video games. Now,
hey, good luck to you. This looks like a big job. If you're going for it, I reckon go all the way.
It was easier when I was making good money, but now that I'm making zero and the YouTube is paying for everything, it's just I get to go back to work. That's the only way I could ever. Even the backlog of games that I have, there's a reason why they're in the backlog. It's because you don't want to fucking play them. So
you could be paying off $1 million house's mortgage with that kind of money.
But see, that's the thing is when you become number one, then you get sponsorships.
Yeah.
So then you get rich like that guy got. Now he's rich, right? So if I'm the number one gamer in America, you become rich.
If you're putting in that much work, you've got to go all the way, you know.
I mean,
you got to do it. You've set the task for yourself, and now I want to see it happen. I'm going to be disappointed if I don't see Matrix Lord 212 as
I
number
do
2.
appreciate people have been donating me PlayStation cards, thank you, and making donations, and I've been using that to buy PlayStation cards. So, that's the thing is I'm going to show you right now. I mean, I'm in the top.
We want to see Matrix Lord 212 number 1.
Well, I'm trying. I mean, it's not like I'm not. I'll show you what I'm at.
I've got to get you motivated now. I'm going to have to motivate you from across the globe to get you going even harder.
All right, so I'm 59 in the world. In the entire world, I'm 59, and I am 4th in America. So, in other words, the amount of people. So, as I rise in the world rank, there's less and less people that have more platinums than me. So, right now, I have 6,420 platinums.
Yeah.
And I have 154,693 trophies.
And you only started, 2019, 2020?
Yeah.
That's not bad for 4 years.
I mean, that's why people have been threatening me, honestly, because I've been passing their position and they got mad. So.
Well, this is the guy who wrote 13 books in 5 months?
Yeah. Well, a couple years, but and that's another thing too. There's more books coming too. It's just they're getting written as we speak. It's just a whole bunch of new stuff's gonna come.
Hey, well,
I gotta be relevant. I can't. In order for my books to maintain being in stores, I need to have something new out every now and then. And if I don't, they don't want to carry me. So that's
Well, good luck, guys. I've got to jump off now, but I will. I guess I'll chat to you soon.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna. Cool. I'm not gonna read the episode yet. But what did you think, Philip?
I'm going to give it a 7.
What about you, Phil?
That's what I
can. I'm going to give it a 6. It really wasn't a bad episode. I'd lie if I said that I didn't enjoy it, but I was let down by it in certain ways. Now, I'm not what I'm mentioning now. I'm not counting as part of being let down, just to be clear. But I was clearly wrong. I expected the Doctor and his TARDIS to get wiped out, and then off on the side, off camera, the bi-generated Doctor to regenerate into him, and him to pop up and go, "Ha, Sutek, I live." That didn't happen. But again, that's not where I'm disappointed. Where I am disappointed is a stupid piece of nylon rope should not have been able to stop him. He should have been able to claw through that dumb thing.
But also, you remember the Doctor is used to... That's Sutek talking. The Doctor is used to defeating... What was the joke when Moffat wrote that episode with the 5th Doctor and the 10th? He's like, "Oh, you're the 5th Doctor. Like, you can save the world with a kettle and a string or some shit like that." So, like, the Doctor is expected to save with the most ridiculous means necessary. So it's always happened somehow. Like, somehow he saved the day with the most ridiculous answers, I guess. But In the end, I don't know how or why, but I loved the shit out of the episode, and I just, as long as if I enjoyed it that much, I loved it. There's nothing that can be doing. That's it. I could rewatch it over and over and over again and not think differently about it.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to fault you for enjoying the episode, and I'm not saying that I didn't enjoy it, but I definitely hope for better than it turned out.
As much as I loved it, as much as I loved it, I do understand why nothing makes sense. But I loved it. It doesn't make sense, but I loved it. Oh well.
It was just slightly limiting for me. They could have done a bigger scope of it with Sutak.
I think they needed to. They have to drop the fantasy and make it scientific, like it is sci-fi, and they need an actual, really thought out explanation without a magic wand on. Oh, the doctor. Oh, you could have did the most ridiculous. You know what they could have did? They could have did something so stupid, right? And said, "Oh, when Donna Noble threw coffee on the TARDIS, Sutek is allergic to coffee." I'm serious.
Yeah, but I don't think there's any going back. I think we're permanently stuck with it being a fantasy show now. I think its days as being sci-fi are dead gone, and I think that's a mistake. I just don't see it returning to sci-fi. It should. I don't think that it ever will.
Even a god has a weakness. So if you establish that Sutek had a weakness, like I said, even if it was, say, coffee, that the fucking TARDIS went fucking crazy when she threw coffee on it. Maybe that was Sutek freaking the fuck out. I don't know, but you could say like they bounded fucking the toy maker in salt. They did this. You could have established a weakness for Sutek that was explainable instead of just a magic wand. You explain the doctor's weakness, and the doctor's weakness is his family, the companion, the love. So like you know how to defeat the fucking doctor, honestly.
I think that the way that he should have been beaten is one of two things. Either Mrs. Flood turns out to be Isis and she comes up and kicks his ass, and then her and him go away and no more Osirans and they're finally dead in the vortex. Or
that was one of my ideas as well.
Or the long lost hand of Horus himself rips through the TARDIS, yanks him into the vortex, and they both die. It should have been an external force, and the Doctor should not have been able to beat Sutek.
That's true.
This is going to lead to his downfall, as said by Miss Flood, because he's going to get cocky. He's going to think he can do anything now, and he's going to get his ass kicked in the end.
Well, if you go by how she worded it, his end is going to be horrific. So I think they're writing up toward the end of the Doctor.
Well, of him. His incarnation.
Maybe.
Not end in general.
I hope that you're right, and you might be. I might be reading a little too far into it.
You always got to just think it's the incarnation, and not in general, because like whenever they said like say David Tennant for Knox, that was to do with him, and then the 11th Doctor, oh my God, you're gonna die in Trenzalore, that was to do with him, and then there was always something connected to the incarnation, not necessarily overall.
If they were ending Doctor Who like completely, I would have been very happy with the ending being the 17-minute mark into there when he's staring out at a dead universe and about to cry because he's lost and he can't save shit. That would have been a dark ending for Doctor Who.
If you could technically end it where Ncuti's Doctor defeats the villain but completely dies and doesn't regenerate, and if it was canceled, that's the way you would end it, and then you would have Kate make a phone call, and then the 14th Doctor shows up. Well, what does this mean? If he's your future, like I don't know. Like, and then he still exists, meaning he's the Doctor. You could eventually come back and say, okay, not a reboot. It's still connected, so you could just start Doctor Who up again years from now. And if that's what they did, you know what I'm saying? You can explain it that way. You have an out clause right now. So if Ncuti dies, They go right to the 14th Doctor. That's their escape plan. So that's the whole point, is that they make it that they're both the Doctor, but ultimately, if you go by technicality, 14, in order for the show to change and evolve, the old Doctor has to regenerate, but he hasn't completely. So he's still there, 14. So that's the paradox, in a way.
Oh, that's what they should bring in. They should bring in, not just bring the Gallifreyans back, which definitely needs to happen, although I don't think they're ever coming back. They should bring in Faction Paradox.
Wow. I didn't think you knew about them. They are something else. They're even powerful than the Time Lords. They're
let's
so
put it
powerful.
this way. I'm really mad that I no longer have all of my 8th Doctor books. Yes, I know about Faction Paradox.
Yeah, I got.
I would love.
I still got
and
mine.
you know what they should do is Sean Pertwee. They should have him in as Grandfather Paradox.
Yes. Yes.
Is that true though? He'll never want to play his father. Was that real?
Yeah, unfortunately,
Well,
it is. So he wouldn't do.
Yeah, that's true.
Grandfather Paradox either.
So why did we think he was coming back? That's so weird.
The reason people thought that he was coming back, I wasn't one of them because I pay attention, is because some idiot started a rumor on IMDb. But if you ever pay attention to Sean Pertwee, and there's no better expert on Sean Pertwee than Sean Pertwee, he has stated numerous times that he never ever wants to play his grandfather's Doctor. It doesn't mean that he completely hates Doctor Who, but he does have a lot of bad memories of lost time with his father from it. So the fact that he's even dressed as his Doctor for Halloween shows that there's a little bit of love there, but he still has strong enough feelings that it's too hard for him to play that.
He blames Doctor Who for taking his dad away from him. That's what it is.
Yeah,
he does.
To an extent, yes. And it's like I said, he doesn't completely hate Doctor Who, but to step in that role, he'd be stepping.
I mean, he was friends with Capaldi, and Capaldi, when he got his design, was hanging out with Sean Pertwee, right?
Well, again, like I'm saying, he doesn't totally hate Doctor Who, but because of its connections to a bad thing for him, he doesn't want to have that much involvement with it.
That makes sense. She looked like Romana, Miss Flood, but
yeah, a lot of people are saying that.
We thought she was evil. She's not evil.
I would like her to be Romana, but you know what? Just like I'm not going to jump on the whole Ronnie bandwagon. Even if the BBC have the rights again, great. You know what? New Who since 2005 is littered with, oh my God, it's the Ronnie. So until I see an official thing that says it's the Ronnie, bullshit, it ain't the Ronnie. And I'm going to say the same thing with Romana.
I mean, after bringing back Sutek and with Disney money, I think they could bring anybody back. Honestly, as long as you got the Disney money, you can bring anybody back. Pretty much.
Hey, there's always that possibility, and if I hear it officially, I will be happy. But until I hear it from an official source, it's bullshit.
But I don't think she would be the Ronnie. I think she would be Romana, because that Romana looked like that. Yeah. And we thought that she was evil, but she's not evil because she was hugging the woman.
I didn't really think that she was evil. Even when she made that comment, I had a feeling that there was more to it.
Yeah, because she said, "You tiny woman," and whatever, and like, meaning she's above it, meaning she's a Time Lord, probably. You know, it's weird.
I think it would be even better, instead of her being a Time Lord, you know what she should be? A Type 51 TARDIS.
A 51.
Wow.
Are you familiar with the Type 51s? He is.
Yeah.
Philip, do you want to explain it?
Well, which one? The Master had a new TARDIS, didn't he? But it wasn't 51. It was.
You got to hear this. Type 51 is great.
Let me get this right. If I'm right about the Type 51s, wasn't there an 8th Doctor story where they made human TARDISes? Well, TARDISes that look human.
Well, there's that, but the Type 51s in particular were discontinued, and they tried to destroy all of them because, one, they could talk. Two, they knew that they were smarter than their Time Lord pilots. And three, they made sure to tell them at every opportunity.
Are you talking about compassion? the TARDIS compassion.
The TARDIS compassion is a whole other thing with a human TARDIS. But the Type 51s, and since a TARDIS can shapeshift, I don't think it even has to be the human TARDIS to take on that look. That was just a whole other wicked thing that they created. But the Type 51s in particular are smart-ass TARDISes that will tell the Time Lord to their face that they're an idiot.
Wow.
Okay. Let's go back into my Doctor Who history to look that up again. I've forgotten all about them. Because I remember some stories with all these different TARDISes.
Wow. So
but yeah, it would be cool to see.
I wouldn't say she was a Guardian, but a type of Guardian, not a black or white one, because the toy maker defeated the Guardians, those two Guardians. So she's got to be another Guardian of some sort.
Did the toy maker defeat the black and white Guardians?
But that's the thing. The moment Toymaker was defeated, they were all free.
And she was wearing all white at the end, so that could either be the White Guardian, or if she's evil and playing being good, that could be the Black Guardian posing as the White Guardian. I doubt it, but it's a fun thought.
I think I don't think so. But the one thing, all right, so let's talk about this now. You think the ratings are still going to be horrible with this?
Well, my thought on ratings anymore, they don't mean anything.
Right.
That's old school.
No, but I mean, what these people are reporting, you think it's going to be low?
This is what I find problematic. If the ratings don't matter, why do they have to release them? Because it only invites arguments.
Because
so why release them if they're low?
Because you legally have to. I think it's a legal thing they have to release to the public information on the company. So far,
last week was a high rating, about 4 something. Was it? Oh no, it wasn't. Was it 202?
It was the lowest.
2.2 million.
But it's from.
Oh, in that case,
that index. This is the thing. We can't. This is why they're trying to say it's the lowest in history, but it's going by a completely different. It's on a streaming service. There was no streaming services back in the day, so you can't. They look at it completely different, and this is why I don't think anybody gets it, because nobody understands how they determine what's canceled, not canceled. And the reasoning I have for that is, you could never explain to me how Star Trek Discovery lasted 5 years.
Yeah, that shows.
Because I have no idea. I have no idea.
Now I'm amazed. I'm actually amazed that Strange New Worlds is better than I expected, because it's made by the same people that made Shit Discovery.
Well, that's weird. Except for
but I like
Klingon singing, I guess.
I think it's because the characterization in the Strange New World is a lot more comfortable than Discovery. Discovery is too clinical, which I don't find any warmth in it. Whereas Strange New World,
I think that the only way I can explain it how they survived is as a package.
If Discovery was only clinical, it would be an improvement. Discovery is so far from Trek that it shouldn't even be considered Trek. Its main character, Mikey Spock, is a cardboard cutout character who they had to make her an insert sibling for Spock to try to justify her existence as a Star Trek character.
I forgot about that. She's connected to Spock.
And if they had that test, and they had that test fungus drive, because apparently there's mycelium through all of space,
and then they got sued for that.
And that allows them. Well, no, they got sued because of the Tardigate in particular.
Right.
But as far as the whole fungus thing, that would be so much beyond what transwarp could be that they would have abandoned trying to discover transwarp. And even by the time of Next Generation, they haven't fully cracked the transwarp code. So this was so much.
I think it's
put into this.
I think it survived because this was their network, and they didn't want to admit defeat that with ratings, so they just kept paying for it every year.
Exactly.
But now it's sold. Now Sony owns it, and Sony is not going to continue Paramount Plus. So that's it.
I think that Strange New Worlds deserves to continue. I don't know if it is or not.
They're not.
But
none of them are.
So we're not going to see the next part then, which kind of sucks. But Discovery was shit, and I'm amazed that we won't see more of Strange New Worlds because they actually did more right than wrong with that one.
I think because you have a new owner and they didn't film like Discovery, they ended the new owner. I think that all the Star Trek is going to stop. They're going to figure out where it's going to go first, right? And then when they find out if it's going to be on Disney Plus because of Sony or elsewhere, they are working on trying to bring Star Trek back with a whole new thing with the Academy or something. I think Paul Giamatti is the villain. I think of the series. I don't know. Everything is canceled as far as I know, and they're trying to reboot or rehash Star Trek with the new owners. So now I think they got to figure out if Disney Plus is going to get Star Trek or not, because Sony is close, of course, with Disney, so they would probably give them first dibs. Because Disney needs content.
Satan.
Disney needs content, so this is why I said that it's probably more than likely going to end up on Disney Plus. But anyway, I love the episode totally.
I'm going to give it a second watch, Steve.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it again.
I'll give it.
There's a rush to go.
It may not make sense, but I thought it was perfect. So to me. So all right, we shall. I guess we go on hiatus. I guess for Whovians, unless we get some info about the Christmas special.
Which should probably be around. You'll get something with that around October onwards.
Right, we may do some Real Whovians casts here or there, but ultimately I'm gonna be focused on my gaming. I'm gonna try to.
You should do a Whovians cast that's like all cats.
Yeah, right.
High ratings.
That's right. I'm gonna try to be number one by the time we return. We'll see. Because after I get the American title, I'm going for the world title. So hopefully everything works out. We'll see.
Yeah.
But I'll still be doing videos here and there. You'll see me. I mean, we may do some. If something happens, we may, we'll do a Real Whovians reporting whatever Russell is doing, I guess.
Okie dokie.
One day we shall come back. Yes, we shall come back. I kind of feel fucking robbed. I feel kind of robbed we didn't get Susan. Honest to God, but
I don't understand why do they even threw that little fish out? I don't know why they even bothered doing that.
How old is she? How old is she now?
Who? Caroline? Oh God.
And she's doing a new series now too. Is she 80?
How old is she?
You know what I think that they should do? And it would be great. Instead of having Susan regenerate when we finally see her, if we're that lucky, have the doctor find Susan, but she's surrounded by the Daleks and they exterminate her just to get under the doctor's skin.
That's probably that's if she does come back. That's probably what's going to happen because from what I understand, that the Daleks are going to appear in the very end before he leaves. So that's probably what will happen, or he'll die, or something. We'll see. All right, thank you guys. Have a great day. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Bye.